morning, Ugandan opposition powerhouse Bobi Wine, real name Robert Kyagulanyi, has confirmed he fled the country, fearing the regime wants him dead.
By the time you see this video, I will have left the country for some critical engagements outside Uganda. And at the right time, I will come back and continue with the cause. I thank all of you fellow Ugandans who have concealed and protected me for all this time when the regime was looking for me.
In an emotional BBC interview from an undisclosed location, Wine declared, "It was clear that the regime wanted to eliminate me." He spent a grueling month in hiding after the heavily disputed January 15th presidential election, where President Museveni was declared winner with over 70% amid massive fraud allegations, voter intimidation, and violence. The pop star turned politician mocked the government's failed manhunt, calling it laughable and costly. Now in exile, he's ramping up calls for international sanctions on Museveni and his son, Army Chief Muhoozi Kainerugaba, over documented human rights abuses, arrests of opponents, and suppression of dissent. This escape underscores East Africa's deepening democratic crisis, opposition voices targeted, protests crushed, freedoms shrinking. Ugandan authorities remain silent so far. Top accolade news is on this 24/7. Is this the tipping point for global action on Uganda? Share your thoughts below. Stay tuned for more. Diplomatic breakthrough for Kenya. Russia has formally agreed to end recruitment of Kenyan citizens for its war against Ukraine. Foreign Minister Musalia Mudavadi announced the major win after direct talks with Russia's Sergei Lavrov in Moscow. The pact means no more Kenyans can sign up or be deployed to the front lines. This follows alarming reports of hundreds lured with high-paid promises, only to face deadly combat, some already lost in the conflict. Kenya labeled the practice unacceptable and pushed relentlessly for a halt. Lavrov acknowledged voluntary contracts but confirmed the recruitment stops immediately. Seen as a strong victory for African sovereignty, amid continent-wide concerns over citizens dragged into foreign wars, Kenya pledges to keep advocating for the safe return of any remaining recruits. No details yet on their status. Top accolade news celebrates this step toward protecting our youth. One less African life risked in distant battles. Tragic breaking from Borno State, northeast Nigeria. At least 23 confirmed dead, over 100 injured, some reports say up to 146 wounded in a series of suspected suicide bombings that rocked Maiduguri city. Police state the coordinated attacks hit multiple high-traffic spots late Monday night: the post office area, Monday Market, entrance to University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital UMTH, and nearby zones. Explosives clearance teams scrambled to scenes, security massively tightened as chaos erupted during evening hours. Witnesses recount horror blasts tearing through crowded areas amid the long insurgency tied to Boko Haram and ISWAP remnants. This ranks among the deadliest in Maiduguri recently, shattering years of relative calm despite military operations. Preliminary probes point to suicide bombers, investigations ongoing. Emergency teams rush to save lives. Residents urged to stay vigilant, avoid blast sites, report suspicious activity. Top accolade news stands with Northeast families in grief. When will lasting peace come to Borno? Our hearts with victims. Updates as they break. Urgent health warning for Nigeria. Lassa fever deaths surging this year even as new infections drop, sparking fresh alarm from authorities. Latest Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC) data shows 109 confirmed deaths so far in 2026, driving the case fatality rate to approximately 23.2%, sharply up from 18.7% same period last year. New confirmed cases declined recently, but cumulative toll remains heavy across states like Bauchi, leading Ondo, Edo, Taraba, and others. The paradox: late hospital arrivals, low community awareness, rodent exposure during dry season peak, plus frontline health worker risks. NCDC demands urgent ramp-up. enhanced surveillance, education on prevention, rat-proof homes, safe food storage, no bushmeat and prompt care for fever, headache, sore throat, bleeding. Lassa, a viral hemorrhagic disease endemic in West Africa, claims lies yearly. Avoid self-medication, seek help fast if symptoms hit. Protect yourselves, especially in river state hotspots like Port Harcourt. Symptoms, test immediately. Will track response efforts. Stay safe.